I feel like when you have to make sure it's showing in the video, you're like creepily looking through like all the holes. So just ignore me being creepy. I'm really just trying to make sure it fits into the shot. But anyways, let's look. Hey guys, it's Jess from Marks and Motherhood. So today I wanted to talk about this gorgeous Tula Toddler carrier. As you can see, it's in the Rosy Posy print. It's the collaboration they did with Jujubee. And so it has that print, and then the mesh, the handles, and the bottom part here, if you can see, are navy blue. And yeah, so our family is super active. We have always really enjoyed hiking. Our kids learned how to drink from a camel pack around the same time they learned how to drink out of sippy cups. So hiking is a really big deal to our family. And even when we moved here, we haven't gone to a lot of museums, a lot of the like really big sightseeing places. We have done mostly hiking trails. When my husband has time off, we usually go and do an all-day hiking trip, and that's a pretty common thing for our family. So carriers help a ton, and we have tried a ton of different carriers. Now, I love my Lillebaby carrier, the All Seasons. I will link that video below, and it has been a great versatile carrier that also works with both of my kids. And when we're traveling, I really love it, and also when we have an infant, it's compatible to carry an infant and stuff. But I wanted one that was a little bit wider and a little more focused on carrying like a toddler, because my kids are getting bigger, and I feel like a lot of the infant carriers kind of go mid-back and it makes me nervous. So I decided to check out the Tula brand this time because I loved this print. I was obsessed with this print, so I got it in this print, and we're just going to go over the features of this particular carrier, and then I'll show you how it looks on me in the front and in the back carrying my daughter, who is, I think I already said this, but almost 2 and about 22 pounds. So yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so this is the pretty carrier, and I'm just going to kind of go from top to bottom of all of its features. So here is the logo, the Tula Baby logo, and then here on either side of it, it's a little bit wide, so I'm not going to be able to fit both in the camera unless I go like that. But this is where you adjust it depending on your height. So if you need this to be taller because you're taller, or if you're shorter like me, you make it shorter. And that part adjusts to go over your shoulders. So I have it on the lowest setting because I'm 5'2", but it can also adjust to fit those who are taller. My husband didn't have an issue with it either, but he had it on the highest up that it could go, and he's 6'2". Then we have this strap that is adjustable, so this fits wherever you want it to on your chest. And I found that it slid pretty easy on me. You just kind of slide up, slide down, slide up, slide down. It's easier for it to slide down. You kind of have to maneuver it a little bit more sliding up, but it was pretty easy to do on me, and it's fairly easy to do off of me, and that's on both sides, so you can get them to match and be where you want them to buckle on your chest. So that's for that feature. And then on the bottom of the straps is where you adjust it for how tight you want it around your arms when you're carrying your baby. So that's all for the straps. There is one more feature on the strap here in the back. You have the removable cover, mesh cover, which I appreciate that it's mesh, gets better airflow, but it snaps here in the back on either side of the carrier, and then it has a hook at the top that goes right here, and you hook it on. Now this part I wish adjusted and went up or down in case your toddler fits higher up, but it's kind of sewn in place to be where it is, so you kind of just have to stretch this to go over their head. But it's worked really well, and it worked well for my son, and it worked well for my daughter when we tested it out, so I didn't have any real issues with it at all. And that's pretty much all the features for up top with this carrier. I usually take this off when we're not using it, and I put it in this pocket here on the bottom. It's a pretty big pocket, so you can put your phone, your keys, whatever you want to be able to quickly access, but I've just found it works well for this headpiece when I don't want to use it. So I just store it inside of there. Then the last thing is the waist straps, and I appreciate that they have these on pretty much all carriers now. But you have this, so it's kind of the stop if you thought you buckled it, but maybe it didn't get buckled. And it's nice and strong and doesn't go anywhere. So it's kind of the safety strap. And then you buckle it in and you can pull for it to adjust however it needs to on your waist. Now, all of the straps that have these adjustable parts do have the part on the edge where you can roll them up and then secure them so they aren't going anywhere and they're not flapping all around. So that's always a great feature to have on a carrier. Then lastly, the main parts I chose this carrier was because of the mesh. Right now we're in kind of a cooler climate, but when my husband finishes school in a year, we will be moving back to Arizona and it's a lot warmer there. So I wanted to have something that was a little more breathable. We also chose the toddler one, and I'll explain that when I'm wearing her, but basically just because it's wider and I feel like it gives her better coverage on me, and I feel like she's more secure and she's more likely to like take a nap if it's nap time because we're gone all day or whatever, just because it's a lot more comfortable for her as well, the way she sits and the way it wraps around her. I'm going to show you first what she looks like front facing or whatever. I'm like thinking car seats right now, and we'll buckle her up. There we go. Alright, so this is her in the front carrier. We're going to tuck our arms in. Let's tuck your arms in really fast. Like this. Good. Alright, so this is her in the front position being carried, and I like how high up the toddler carrier goes, but also how wide it is. Like you can see, it gives her a lot of coverage, and she is like right here, right up next to me. There's not a lot of room for her to fall or to slide out on the side or anything, and I feel like she sits pretty comfortably this way in it. But just to give you an idea of how it looks. And that's it in the front. And now we're going to put her on the back. This is her in the back, as you can see. Again, I just like how much coverage it gives and how high up it goes, because I feel like a lot of the baby carriers go about mid-back, and I worry about her wiggling and falling out of them. So that's one of the main reasons I got a toddler carrier. So as you can see, this is kind of the side, the front, the other side, and then again just the back. I